jumping into Bridgerton. This is season 1, episode 7. The title of this episode is called Oceans Apart. I'm ready to jump right into this reaction, guys. I just have to give a quick disclaimer just in case YouTube does its YouTubing, which means it's gonna block or copyright my Bridgerton reactions. It has been doing that as of late. You guys could see this in a full reaction, guys, on my second and third tier here on this platform. They will always copyright my as well as my other platform, Patreon. So guys, please sign up on those platforms and help support the channel today. The links are down below in the comment section. I already pinned it for you guys. You are welcome. What do I have to say? I didn't really have a lot of comments. I did say that I would rewatch episode 5. It seems like I literally cannot find it for my full reactions. And I know that episode 5 and I think episode 4, I know episode 4 is in dispute, I believe. They've been attacking a few of them. So once again, I'll say for the channel members and Patreon members, if you would like me to rewatch episode 5 and to put that for a full reaction, please comment down below, or you guys can hit me up on Patreon or on YouTube down underneath the links that I post, and I will read it, and then we could do it from there. Where were we? Oh, the last reaction, our lovely new bride realized that her husband has been jumping off of her during the ending of their love affair, their love situation. I don't want to say the sex word, but during their little moment. And I guess she thought that he was like feeling so good that he had to jump like Jiminy Cricket, but now she realizes why he was jumping, and she's a little bit upset. She's a little startled. Also, Penelope, I think that's how you say her name. I like Penny. She is in a battle with her cousin. I cannot remember her name for the life of me at the moment, and it was such a shocker at the ending of that episode when the writer, don't ask it, I literally just woke up from a nap, so you know all these names, but the writer found out that she was not even pregnant. Oh my god. So I don't know what's going to happen, because the Bridgerton guy, he found out, okay? He found out. So I'm ready to jump right into this, guys. I'm a little bit nervous. I have my faves and I have my non-faves, but I'm gonna wait till this episode is over to see like if my faves and non-faves are gonna change. If you guys follow my other reactions, you kind of already know who I'm kind of feeling at the moment and who I'm not. I love Penelope. I love her. She's like one of my favorite characters. So I feel bad for her, but in the last reaction, or last episode I should say, like she was kind of like, just kind of like doing the most, but I can understand she's in love and she's young, so like she doesn't know what's going on. But I'm ready to jump right into this. So guys, without further ado, let's jump into Bridgerton and find out exactly what Bridgerton has got to give.
Please ask Miss Nolan if my personal effects have yet been removed.
Would you please inform her Grace that I will allow no such thing?
Welcome you back into my bed after your lies and deception. For what other purpose could you possibly wish to detain me?
Because you are my wife.
It is customary for a wife to reside in her own bedchamber once the honeymoon is over. I would never dream of concealing the truth of such important matters.
Is something wrong?
We must pack straight away.
Yes, Your Grace.
My brother seems to have been embroiled in scandal. It's a family matter.
Separate bedrooms may be tolerated. Separate households will not be suffered.
Please request that His Grace prepare his largest carriage to require my space.
Marina Thompson's recent fall from grace continues to echo. Her engagement to Colin Bridgerton was nothing more than a sham. Of course, a lady's disgrace does not merely tarnish her own name, horrid smear on anyone nearby.
Perhaps we should delay my coming out altogether, a few years.
Oh, hush, child. All will be well. Just keep smiling. Lovely day, is it not, Lady Richmond?
Though perhaps if she can destroy a reputation, she can restore one too.
Fallen Miss Thompson can only hope she shall find a refuge.
The young lady's child will have nowhere else to go. Must make exceptions.
Even charity requires funds, of which you must have considerable amounts, I presume?
I shall not discover I'm with child within the next hour, shall I?
If you were to go near her, then they will presume you're responsible for her ruin, and all your sisters will pay the price for your notoriety, frolicking in newlywed bliss.
I came as swiftly as our carriage would allow when I heard the news.
If the Tarns say that we still have the favour of the Duke and the Duchess, then the whispers may very well cease, as if nothing is awry.
And no one will be the wiser. Perfect way to lure the ignorant into submission.
The Queen is hosting a luncheon.
I am certain the Duke and I can secure an invitation. Simply have no breath left to discuss other matters.
I'm so very glad this has all been settled on my behalf.
Perhaps we should count you lucky to not have married a stranger.
Tadar knows everyone's secrets.
And you are lucky to have learnt Miss Thompson's now instead of after your wedding day.
When I think of her, I only want to be near her, to be with her. Leander swam Abydos to Sestos every single night in complete darkness.
Leander also lost his way and drowned. If you really must speak with Miss Thompson, perhaps I can arrange a rendezvous.
Cede to me. Surely that will not help with your exhibitions. I will not speak on my duty. Fair enough. I can't imagine anything to do with my wife's feelings. Or actions, for that matter.
It follows no reason or sense, does it?
I took a vow.
Fast learner, indeed.
Look at her. Daphne is such a creep.
I've already seen you.
Right.
The Queen is holding a luncheon this week. We'll need to attend with my brother to signal our support. You out all night doing God knows what with God knows whom.
With whom?
It is clear that you find there is nothing left in our marriage.
Nothing left. Is it what you believe?
Aren't you in your mom's house?
Shall we go into the bedroom? Finish what we started?
No. If you are with child, then I shall stay and do my duty to support you both.
And if I'm not?
Provided for, of course, in a manner befitting the Duchess. Our lives will be entirely separate. This cannot happen.
They are the weirdest couple ever.
Thank you for joining us.
I did not realize I had a choice.
And I wish to avoid any further scandal attached to my family's name.
You must tell me that this Whistledown woman is mistaken. What she wrote, it cannot be true. You said you loved me.
Colin, I hold you in the greatest esteem.
Esteem?
I did not come here to be shamed by you, nor anyone else.
Ooh.
No one ever truly helped me or guided me in a different direction. I needed to wed, and you were the only man who offered me even a glimpse of happiness.
If you had simply come to me and told me of your situation, I would have married you without a second thought. But I see now that was all a lie.
I believe I would like to return home now. After all, we don't want another scandal attached to your family name.
All of us together again.
Lovely indeed. We should tempt scandal more often.
Is it not marvellous to be wed?
It is both a joy and a wonder indeed.
Are you yet with child?
We have certainly been devoting our energies to the endeavour, Your Majesty.
Your duplicity comes so naturally.
I seem to have learnt from the best.
You must join me for another drawing lesson. As I said, improvement is all a matter of practice.
Ah, were you able to meet my friend Weatherby at my party?
I see my mother requires my presence. Good day.
You can't be involved in a scandal right now.
Who is she?
Your Majesty.
Whistledown. I'm angry at myself for having not yet uncovered her identity, but I was thinking...
Clearly not fast enough. Get me an answer. Your Queen commands it.
I have heard nary a peep about Mr. Bridgerton's unfortunate entanglement.
I'm not sure when we will be accepting invitations.
It is an invitation for one. A special soirée with the married ladies of the top.
After they tried to entrap poor Mr. Bridgerton into marriage with a woman with child.
Not had a caller in 3 days. My mother swears we are ruined.
Lady Whistledown has gone too far this time.
And I thought you her greatest admirer.
When we uncover Whistledown's identity, we will convince her to publish a retraction and restore your family's reputation.
Is this not a dreadful circumstance for us both to have been so duped by that scheming hussy? You must believe I had no idea of...
Lady Featherington, I must ask you to leave.
But I have an invitation.
Not anymore.
That should teach them. Judging not, lest we too be judged.
Oh God, not the garden again, girl. Stay out of the garden.
I know you are a grown woman now, but I am still your mother, and you can come to me when you need advice. I can offer my wisdom.
Or perhaps you will send me off with more vague metaphors. If your motherly advice had actually prepared me to wed, you taught me how to play pretend, but nothing of the realities of married life. I'd have known the truth, and perhaps I...
The Duchess is quite overcome.
Treated as though we were worthless, and it's all your fault.
How could I have been at fault?
We'd have been able to rid ourselves of Miss Thompson the moment we learned of her condition.
The Duchess of Hastings. She is here.
I fear your mother was rather heated at lunch.
I require a word with Miss Thompson. Alone.
For what it is worth, I am sorry.
I came here to apologize to you.
To me. I wish it had not happened this way.
You are certainly not the only one.
George was a soldier. But he was also gentle and kind. The next thing I knew, my courses stopped, and I found myself with child and alone.
Here General Langham and his wife are in London. Perhaps I could speak to him. Or her, and have Sir George found. Why should he be the one to choose your future? Why should you be left all alone to bear the punishment for his crime? I'm quite capable of doing more than you think.
There is an appetite for my exhibitions, but they are expensive. Say, for you and I to come to some arrangement as to the outcome of your next fight, and I'll make such a wager on your opponent that even half my winnings will set you and your family up for life. There's a reason your backers are dwindling, Mr. Mondridge. Gentlemen will ever see you as a respectable man of business. Passed down by your father, no doubt? He was a soldier, yeah? All for his future son to become some exhausted fighter.
Do not dare speak of my family.
One simple arrangement, and both our problems will be solved.
Rallying calling cards. Oh, Lady Danbury requires your attendance at her party on Thursday.
Your Grace?
Your Grace.
Do you suppose the General's wife will be in attendance?
Heard she enjoys society.
Then send word back. I would love to attend.
And this is Kitty Langham.
The General's wife.
First a woman takes her wedding vows, then we gamblers take her virtue.
Set your token on the card. You believe the dealer will turn over.
Takes away the sting of losing, I rather think.
It takes us a little practice and perseverance.
It's funny meeting you here.
I am utterly comical.
If you're not avoiding my company, then you won't mind if I join you for a drink?
That's not her though.
The Earl would have my head if he knew how much money I've lost.
The Earl is but 2 years old. Mrs. Langham.
Kitty, please. You have won so much of my money, it is only right.
Do you think your husband might be able to assist me?
You will have to ask that of him yourself. I am afforded all the freedoms of marriage while bearing none of the burden of his company.
Duchess is still in the first bloom of marriage.
Duke's company, I am sure, is anything but a burden to you. Perhaps the General will grant you a response. It is not as if you are his wife.
Seeing how you entertain yourself, I'd rather think you the victor, Lady Danbury.
Sometimes nothing will do but a beer.
Would you just get to the point?
Like, I know that you've obviously made a considerable error with my sister. An unusually capable woman. She's not capable of fucking up this severely. We keep our promises.
You know nothing of my commitments. I am trying to be a man of my word. I am trying to keep... What about your own reckless affairs? Are you still seeing that opera singer you believe no one knows about?
That your father was so absent. He never gave you a proper example of how to lead a household.
Beat him up.
You, fulfilling the promise that every firstborn son makes to his father before he dies. I wonder what would the former Viscount say?
Damn, you're bleeding. You always boxing. Now she's gonna be like, oh my God, you're blood. 2, 1.
Seems I became a little too rough training with Will.
Oh, she's not that
With 4
dramatic.
brothers, you cannot imagine the nasty cuts I have tended to over the years.
Bro, you're not really getting the blood off. I'm gonna need you to wipe it.
I want you not to unfold yourself to me. Tell me why you are so adamant.
Because I swore a long time ago that I would never sire a child. My father cared more about the continuation of the Hastings line more than my mother. More than me. That the line would die with me.
So this is all because of a vow. You told me that you could not have children.
Swore to him on his deathbed.
And you betrayed me in our marriage bed. Say it.
It cannot be undone.
My courses are due within the next few days. You will know then which vow you have broken and how we are to spend the rest of our lives.
Is anything more exhilarating than taking a gamble? Wager wrongly, and you might find yourself left with nothing but regret. Whether a wager will make a fortune or ruin it. Biggest gamblers have yet to truly show their hand. In fact, this author can think of no other event that merits a mention.
She did not say anything odious.
It is far worse. She wrote nothing.
The Duke and Duchess of Hastings have yet to entertain callers together, rewarded with a new arrival within the year.
Whistledown revelation appeared to be plucked from a public event. Your mama did not just help Marina hide her condition all on her own.
Well, of course not. Every servant in our household knew.
In case we must reconsider our methods of inquiry to this end.
I know you are not yet out, but I'm sure your mama would still allow you to attend. I must return home. I shall take the back stairs so no one will see me.
Wrote to the general?
Yes.
And did the Duke sign his name as well? The general will not concern himself to write back to you, Your Grace. Your help is greatly appreciated, but there is nothing more you can do.
Marina...
It is over. Thank you for your efforts.
Not exactly in the mood for music and finery this evening.
I may have been a trifle harsh with you. And I'm sorry. You may hurt now, but the pain will pass. Soon you will forget Miss Thompson's name, and it'll be as if you never loved her at all.
I suppose I was surprised to hear you wish to join us this evening.
If you are not truly ready, I shall not ask you to play pretend. We need not hasten your coming out before you feel prepared.
Queen will be in attendance at tonight's concert, will she not?
I believe she will.
Are you ready?
Sir Granville. Bridgerton. I simply look to understand your situation. It is a happier union than most of the people in this room have, I assure you. About honor, romance.
What would you know of either? I risk my life every day for love. Yet still feel as though you are oceans apart.
Oh, title of the episode.
Just cannot so much as smile at each other without first ensuring no one else is watching. To live outside the traditional expectations of society. You talk of doing the same. But perhaps it is merely just that, all talk.
Whistledown is someone who works closely with the members of the Ton, yet she is not a member herself. Beg your pardon.
I'm no longer in need of your services. I've hired a team of Bow Street runners to do a proper investigation. Finally cease to exist.
You want to silence her? Still good, she must do.
Child, go.
You are my most favorite brother. Do you know that?
I would like to make a stop and pick up a friend.
Not bound by the rules of society.
Why are we at the Modis?
The French lady?
This is my sister Louise, and we will be dropping her at home.
How was your night, ma chérie?
It was horrible and terribly boring.
The entire temps. You mean everyone except for the Featheringtons?
They're perhaps a tradesperson.
I certainly never want to cross the woman.
Is everything well, Louise?
Marina? Can we talk? Marina! Marina! Mama!
Poor Daphne. Aw. Well. Ooh, what an episode. I love when they do music and whatever the music kind of like how they had in the play and it kind of follows whatever's happening in the show. I love when they do that in TV shows or movies. It gives me life, liberty, and justice. I would rate this a 9. This is a very strong episode. I really loved all of the characters. We made sure to visit them and to stop by and say hi ho, Winslow. Daphne continues to be a very complex character for me, But it's like, sometimes it's not a dislike for me. I don't dislike Daphne at all, but she irritates the holy hell out of me. And then I always have to remember that she's a younger character that is in love and just wants to have a family and wants to take care of her family. So like, it's a lot of things going on with her that she's just trying to control all at once. And she has a husband who doesn't want to have a kid. So like, I always try to remember that she kind of just reminds me of like, if you have a younger sibling, right? Younger sibling, you know, they're just kind of like, they're not tuned into the world like you are because you lived longer. A younger sibling, and they're just kind of annoying, but you don't hate them, you love them, right? And that's what Daphne gives me. Daphne, well, every time it's been this way for about like 3 episodes with me. At first I thought I didn't like her, and I was like, oh girl, I don't think I like you. But then I realized as we go on, it's just like a like your annoyance love type of relationship. Marina, there is no dislike in my bone for her at all, especially as she decided to like let us know more in this episode. Like, she's a hurt woman and she's alone in this world, and I completely understand her. I completely understand what she did, what she's going through. Like, I just feel her pain. The actress portrays that character, a broken character, just looking for guidance very well. And at the end of it, it looked like, I don't think she was trying to kill herself. It was more just trying to kill to not have the child. I think that's what it was. Maybe like whatever that was made her like fall to the ground. The Featheringtons, whatever. I really do like that family. The mother is another one of those complex characters where you want to hate her, but then you love her, and then you're like, not love her, but you're like, oh, like I feel bad for you too because your husband ain't shit. Then the husband's over there trying to make a deal. At first I was kind of confused what he was trying to do with the boxer, but now I understand if the boxer throws this match, he's gonna bid on the winner and then get all the earnings from that win, and then he's gonna give all the earnings, not all, but a lot of the earnings to the boxer, and then also help his family. What do they say? To kill a bird with 2 stones, or shoot down 2 birds at the same damn time. That's not what the saying is, but I just remixed it, so bloop. Overall though, like, we just hit, now what, holy hell, what does she realize, Eloise, what does she realize in the cart about the Featheringtons and about Lady Whistledown? What was it? Like, I was trying to follow her. At first I thought she thought it was Penelope that was the writer, the author, but now I don't think it is. Like, that's not what it is. And then, I don't know. It's not Marina. So I don't know. I don't know who the writer is, so we're still trying to follow that situation. You guys can comment down below if I missed something. But shh, no spoilers. What else? I feel like I want to talk about something else. Lady Darnberry. Why can't I say these names? But I really do like that character. Every time she comes on the scene, I'm here for it. I love her. I think she's gorgeous. I think she's smart. I love the way she speaks. She actually sounds like Lady Whistledown. I just really like that character overall. So yes, and the Bridgerton mother, I love her. I don't think she could ever do any wrong in my eyes. But yes, that's how I feel. And then, you know, the brothers, yada, yada, yada. I actually really do like the brother who loves Marina. I really do like him. And I also like the older brother who's trying to like steer the whole family together. I love when him and Hastings start fighting each other. I just find it so entertaining. They have like this love-hate relationship, and it just keeps going back and forth. And they continue to like love each other and then beat the holy hell out of each other. I'm here for it. So let's continue doing that in the next episode, guys, and the next season and the following seasons if they're gonna continue on season 3, or I don't know how many seasons there are of the show. But whatever seasons, I hope you guys continue to love and beat the holy hell out of each other. Thank you guys so much. Signed, Andres Array. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please like this video. Please share this video. Don't forget to comment down below. And I'll see you guys next time with more Bridgerton.